Bro, Quantus processing got raided. What the fuck? Rob actually being cool. Let's go. The rate standards might be recovering. I just got the news. I took a nap before stream. I slept for like an hour. I got home from work, I power napped, and now I'm back awake and I'm streaming. So, hopefully we can make some progress this stream. I'm like actually kind of surprised, and I feel kind of bad for Ren because on Twitter they had to like post saying they were gonna just like go offline and not read anything because they're getting so much shit for how bad Quantus is, and it's like, man, they just decorated someone else's shitpost. Of course it's a dog-ass level. Like, how are people being more vicious than, like, they were with Tidal Wave? I don't get it. Quantus is at least funny. Anyway, yeah, we were on, stream... Not even stream number 40. I think we've done more than 40 streams. But we are on, like, part 40 of, like, the main Rebeat streams. Which is wild. One of my dogs ripped up the cord from my Intel laptop, so I bought another one online to replace the other one. Damn, dude, that sucks. Alright. Hello, Blue Water Cat. Hello, Cartoonist Gamer. Hello, Theory of Everything Icon. Hello, Top Hat Guy. Hello, Evil Christmas Tree. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so jumping right in, we gotta do Metal Magic by Brand Silver. I remember this level being obtuse, but I don't remember how. So, I guess we'll find out. Obtuse meaning that, like... How do I explain that? In this case, in GD, usually gameplay feeling obtuse means that, like, it makes the player feel like they're too big for the level. Like, the level's really tiny in comparison to you. Like, you don't have enough room. Think, like, Cognition. Yeah, IRL stories. Oh, God. Okay. It's this kind of gameplay. Alright, chat, strap in, because this is going to be some of the learniest shit we've done on stream. Alright, so I gotta jump and then immediately let go and then jump again. Oh, God. This song is ass, I agree. Dude. Oh my God, man. Luckily, I think the From Zero experience is going to be pretty good, because I think this is just Lorny. Okay, so you don't click that orb. Okay. I had my last final today, so I can finally play GD again for the first time in like a month. Grinded the hell out of Poltergeist today and got 19 to 100 by accident. Nice! Out of my entire top 10, 5 of them are Circles levels. I might be cooked. I'm pretty sure I have a versatile top 10. Like, I'm pretty sure... I'm thinking about it. I think I have a couple Circles levels, but I think it's pretty varied. Let me check, because I'm curious. Kata, Accu, Crimson Clutter, Layak, Ado, Supersonic, Super Mario Wave, Rupture, Poltergeist, and Sine Waves. So that's 4 Circles levels if you count Super Mario Wave. Although I should have more when I start beating stuff after the Rebeat arc, because I really want to do the fish base levels. More than any other level, the fake orbs are kind of annoying the shit out of me with this level. I was definitely right calling this obtuse. I hate how that's practically off-screen. Well, what are we talking about? The only boss fight levels I beat were Touch the Orbs Web, cheat codes, and reanimation. I'm too scared of Gauntlets with Medium Demons Plus in them to play them. I tried No Wise and it sucked ass. Okay, to be fair, Arav, No Wise is the hardest Gauntlet level. Like, by far. The hardest Gauntlet is the Water Gauntlet, but the hardest level is No Wise. The Water Gauntlet's also one of the worst gauntlets. Dude, it almost feels like there's an extra spike on every jump that makes it stiffer. Hey, Wasp. Okay, got the run. 57 to 100. I was holding, like, before even touching that ship portal. That just wasn't possible. Oh my god, you have to actually align yourself there. That's disgusting. Why is that ship so hard? Jesus, man. Okay. This so far plays like someone attempted to make an impossible level by macro buffing an easy demon, but after macro buffing it, it still somehow stayed easy demon, and it didn't actually get harder. That's the best way I can describe this. Man, for some reason, this just barely feels playable. Like, I don't know, I can't wrap my head around it. It's so weird. Because I know what I have to do, but I just can't do it. Wow, this is such a weird level. This is such a weird level. What the fuck do you mean I just randomly got the run? I felt like I was getting nowhere, bashing my head into a wall, and then the run just kind of happened. I guess I'll try playing from zero. God, what the fuck, dude? The jump indicators are actually making it harder, because it's making it harder to see where the objects are gonna move in that kill you. Okay. I like asymmetrical duels, because I don't watch Vortrox. Genuinely, Vortrox has led to so much asymmetrical duel hate, it's so cringe. The problem is, too, that asymmetrical duels are really easy to scapegoat and make people hate, because you don't start liking them until you start getting consistently good at hard demons. Like, usually you have a few insane demons under your belt before you start to appreciate them. And so people who struggle on easy demons, which is respectable, but people who struggle on, like, easy demons will see an asymmetrical duel, struggle with it, and get really mad at it and assume they all just suck. I prefer Minus Wave over ASAP. Dude, Minus Wave's my beloved. True. Yeah, this kind of plays like ass. The problem is that some of the hardest clicks of the level are basically blind and off-screen. Yeah, Minus Waves are an impossible level gimmick. Like, why? This wave click, first of all, is filler and doesn't need to be there. Secondly, it's off-screen. Like, I don't know what advice to give other than to just say remove this click entirely. Let the player coast all the way over to here. Such a useless click that adds so much unnecessary difficulty. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Really? Dude. My fucking God. I don't... Why? At least that death did nothing but boost my confidence. Because now I already feel like I'm doing the second completion, even though I'm not. Alright. Alright, cool. Now time to beat it a second time. I don't like this level. Fucking Christ. Alright, bye IRL stories. God, man. This level's just, like, exhausting physically to play. I just got quote tweeted by someone who doesn't speak the same language as me, and that really confused me. At least Twitter translates tweets so I know what they were saying, but that caught me off guard. Because my phone went off and I opened my notifications and I just see a tweet starting with the word, like, porque. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Oh, it's Spanish, that's not English, okay. This has to be the worst fucking beginning a level could ever have, dude. This is so annoying. Like, actually. That was a really sloppy ship attempt. I'm shocked I'm alive. Yep, there it is. Okay, chat. You guys are naming extreme demons. It's one thing for an extreme demon to have an annoying pre-drop, because I expect to spend a lot of time on an extreme. This is a Gauntlet easy demon that starts like this. It's like someone played, Extinction and thought, how can I condense only the controversial parts of this level into one level? I can't with that fucking click, dude. Oh, Paracosm 12 has one of the worst pre-drops of all time. I know what you're talking about. That's a fucking terrible pre-drop. Also, Sonic Wave's pre-drop really isn't that bad in my opinion. Like, I don't find the ball nearly as hard as people say it is. Yeah, I played Vanilla 2.2. No CBF, no FPS bypass, just normal raw 240. And that will always be the case. I remember even when we were in 2.1, I was dead set on only playing on 240. I was, like, a lot of people would ask why I didn't play on 360, and I basically would say, like, because I don't want the game to just become nerfed. Because I always thought 360 was way too fucking easy. Like, I said it back then and I'll say it now. The only reason I would ever play on 360 is if I literally had to. Like, if I got a skill boost, started playing, like, top demons, and I went for something like a Vernus. Because you're not beating a Vernus on 240. At least until someone does, but you know what I mean. That has to be one of the worst clicks I've ever seen in a level. Firework 144 mobile is still nuts to me. What the fuck? I don't even know what happened there, dude. There we go. Oh my god. Why is this level so fucked? What the fuck, Tosserato Demon? Let's redeem that really quick. But what the fuck was Tosserato Demon? Huh? Let me look at that right now. Where was that? This guy. Holy shit. What the fuck is that icon? That is insane! That's so cool! I mean, I'm not gonna use it because it's way too bulky, but that looks so fucking cool. What the hell does that mean? Do you not know the lore, Fractal? Behind the demon difficulties that go beyond? Oh my god, alright. I feel like such an old gen. Yeah, no, I'm an old gen then. I gotta show you the lore. Alright, hold on a minute. I can't believe there are people alive who don't know about Tosorado Demon. I'm shocked that RobTop referenced it. Okay, alright. I found it on Reddit. Alright. So basically, I don't remember where this came from. It could have been like a YouTube video or something. I know that this trend originally started because, like... Okay, I probably should explain this from the beginning. So, back in 1.9, 2.0-ish, people would name things the way the in-game demon difficulties do now, but because the in-game demon difficulties didn't exist, they were making it up. So you had stuff like Alex Payne calling 9 Circles a hell demon, right? And some of them were on the mark. I remember, you know, a lot of people called a lot of Zobros levels insane demons, but, like, people would come up with these, like, really, like, scuffed demon difficulty names, like Silent Demon, or, you know, Impossible Demon, and they'd have, like, their own demon face, right? And, because of that, that bled into YouTube clickbait and resulted in a very infamous YouTube thumbnail format. I'm gonna find this. I gotta find this. Oh my god. Yeah, here it is. This is actually a really new one. I can't believe this is still going on. But this is the original, I think. Yeah, this one. Also from Reddit, wow. Okay, so yeah, this is what people would do. They'd make their own, like, custom demon face, and it would be like super clickbait, like deadlocked but super insane ultra omega impossible. Yeah, this is a Tosh Deluxe thumbnail. Yeah, this goes back to like the Tosh Deluxe era. And the thing is, this led to someone creating in 2.1 when we got the demon difficulty faces. This led to someone creating their suggestion for demon difficulty faces that go beyond Extreme Demon. And it looks like this. And, you know, you have Silent Demon, Tosorado Demon, Yada Demon, and the most famous of all, the one that was the most relevant to this day, Grandpa Demon. I just want to imagine a world where RobTop added all of these demon difficulties, and Erebus Demon was only ever given to Erebus, Erebus, and Erebus. There's also one that's just Demon. Wait, there's 2 infinite demon... Wait. Oh my god, there is. There's 2 infinite Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's the early GD community for you. Alright. Metal Magic. Gotta go grab its object count and level length. One minute and 2 seconds. So it's longer than it felt like. I think I'm gonna lower my tier to a 4. I think it's a tier 4. Give me 1 second. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna say I think it's tier 4. Submission accepted. Oh, submission. Okay, I was gonna say. We'll say Deco. Well, I'll give it an 87, carried by the fact that the objects look cool how they move. I like the way they move. That's cool. Gameplay quality, we'll give it a 71. Gameplay from 0, it's gonna get a 31, and consistency, I'll give it a 90, just a flat 90. Song rep. Song is ass, which I apparently agreed, because anything... Here's the thing. It is really hard for me to just not give a song a 100, because I like pretty much everything. Like, I'm not picky with my music. So, if it doesn't have a 100, that's, like, automatically kind of a questionable thing. Like, it's really hard not to get a 100 for me for song. So you were talking all that shit, and now you say it's good, what the fuck? No, the thing is, if you combine and average out all of these gameplay scores, that's my gameplay opinion, because I think the gameplay's fine, it's just... It's got 1 or 2 moments that really suck and make it suck from 0. Like, here, I'll do this, alright? 71 plus 31 plus 90 divided by 3, 64. So if I were to have, like, the average gameplay score, this level has a 64 out of 100, or a 6 out of 10. Which makes it mid as fuck at best. But yeah, no, like, song is weird because usually when you rank things 0 out of 100, right? Like on a scale of 0 to 100, you can view that as the second number is like a decimal point, so an 86 is an 8.6 out of 10. And so usually anything above a 5 is good, right? And that is the case on here, except for song, where basically if it doesn't have a 100, there's something wrong with it, and I don't like listening to it. Like, I know it's weird, it's really weird that I'm like that, but I am genuinely not picky with my music. But at the same time, alright, so anyone in my chat who's autistic will relate to this, but, I have really sensitive ears, so there are certain sounds and certain things that people can put into their music that there's nothing wrong with it. There's no issue. It is perfectly fine. But if I hear it, I want to punch a goddamn hole in my wall. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of Ruckus's music, for example, I love a lot of Ruckus's music, but at the same time, a lot of Ruckus's music uses this specific sound that just drives me nuts. But it's just like, I don't know, like whistling. Whistling genuinely drives me nuts. Like, if I hear whistling, I want to fucking murder somebody. It's like some Three Stooges shit. Like, it actually drives me fucking nuts. Anyway, I don't know. Do I think this level uses the song alright? I mean, I really don't. I feel like, other than the fact that it does sync for, like, a small chunk of the hard clicks, I feel like you could just replace this with any other song and it'd work. But then again, the pre-beginning, like, the part right before, I guess, the pre-drop, the very beginning, is very sync-based. So in that... 39. That's what my gut's telling me. Timings... Choke... No, that's my point. Blind clicks. Yeah, that's... There we go. What a fucking weird level to put in the Gauntlets. Such a weird choice from Rob. We have the spooky Gauntlet next. Devil's Tomb Yard is the only one I've done. I mean, really, I don't need to stream these ones because they're not demons, and I could just do them whenever. What do you say, chat? Do we skip the non-demon Gauntlets and just go right to the demon ones for now? Or do you want to see me do the non-demons? Skip the non-demons. Yeah, we'll skip the non-demon Gauntlets for now. I want to see you play the Space Gauntlets. Yeah, I mean, this isn't going to be all of the non-demon Gauntlets, keep in mind. Like, I mainly want to skip stuff like Spoopy and, okay, we can't skip Haunted, but there's, like, a couple that just have, like, a bunch of 6 stars. Like, I think Gem is one of them. No, it's not. Wow, I guess I just... Have I I don't think I've played Gem, actually. That must be new. I'm just looking for a good... Yeah, stuff like this. It's like, chat, I don't think you want to watch me play Zone Pirate 5. The only human being I can think of on the entirety of the internet that would want to watch me play Zone Pirate 5 is, wow, I can't remember their name right now. Oh my god, can it come back to me? Please? Da 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 da. Why the fuck can't I remember their name? There's like one person that I'm friends with that I also regularly interact with on Twitter, and yeah. Am I fucking stupid? Why can't I... Discord friends list. I think the fact that I'm struggling to remember their name right now makes me feel really bad, because I, like, actually like talking to this person. And they're really cool. I will scroll through my friends list until I remember. They're not on my Discord friends list. Did I never re-add them when I moved to my new account? Oh my god. I need, like, this is gonna bug me. I need to remember their name now. Otherwise, it's gonna drive me nuts. I know I've, like, derailed the stream chat. I am so sorry. Not WK Games. That is the opposite of something I like interacting with. I have them blocked for a reason. This is the worst. I literally read one of their tweets this morning. They're one of the people behind Ballardills. I swear to God. I swear to fucking God. No, it's not. It's not WK Games, chat. At this point, I literally just want to name drop them because they're cool. It's gone beyond the point I was making. Fuck Zone Pirate 5, dude. I just want to mention them because they're cool and they deserve a shout out. Fucking Christ, man. Am I really having this bad of a mental breakdown over trying to remember somebody's name? Someone who I interact with regularly, bro? What the fuck is happening? How have I found the official Linux Mint Discord server, or not Discord server, Twitter account before finding them? I am having a mental breakdown. Fucking... Oh, ah, my God. I will remember who they are. Oh my fucking God. I'm wondering what's gonna come first, me finding one of their posts, or just me remembering their name organically. Dude, what is happening? What the fuck is happening? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my fucking God, can I remember their name? I don't even think people in my chat are gonna know them. Alright, you know what? I don't care. I want to play the game. Point made. No, it's not Nicrodox. Yeah, this is the kind of gauntlet I don't need to play on stream. You don't want to watch me play a 3-star. Hang on a minute. I'm gonna check something really quick. Because I might be being an idiot. I might have them on my GD friends list. No, I don't. Oh my God, it's gonna bug the fuck out of me. Like, I just need to do it because I'm gonna be distracted and not playing well if I don't do this. And it's gonna be so underwhelming. You know, most of you are probably gonna be like, who the fuck is that? Maybe I've replied to them. Jet James, Jesus Christ, why did that take me so fucking long? My goat, Jet James, coolest fucking person on Twitter. Took me like 20 minutes to remember their name. I want to kill myself. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Holy shit. I actually could... Dude. Why? I need a minute. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God, man. I am so bad with names. I'm so fucking bad with names. Oh my God. My fucking god, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. It's not Microdox! Anyway, yeah, shout out to Jet James. He's really fucking cool. Like, actually. Jet James is not WK Games. Don't insult Jet James like that. Oh, fuck. Chat, because we're skipping the spooky gauntlet, we're going into the water gauntlet. It begins, chat. The reckoning begins. This is the first one that's really gonna suck. This is the hardest gauntlet, so... Oh, fuck. Chat, look at this gauntlet. Fucking hell. And somehow the easy demon is one of the ones I'm dreading the most. Oh. Hitboxes, Jesus Christ. Why are they so extended? Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh, yeah, as if I was supposed to just know that. Oh, that's not a platform. Alright. Oh, God, I just remembered. Chat, I gotta show you something. Before I do, though, I gotta Google something, because I gotta make sure this isn't, like, local to my area. Hold on. I'll be able to tell you about it either way, but it just determines whether or not I can show this to you. I gotta Google this. I don't know how known this is. This actually might not be very well known. Because I googled this and got nothing. Not even stuff in my area. Yeah, people know, like, what state I live in, and that's fine. Okay, yeah, there it is. It is, I found an image of it that is not local to my area, thank God. Okay. Okay, so let me... I gotta open up Discord really quick, because I gotta download an image that I sent to myself. That was loud, I don't know what that was. Discord crashed. Like, the second I opened it. Yeah, bear with me. I gotta... Yeah. Okay, here it is. So I'm gonna save this, and I'm gonna open this up. Double check. Yeah, there's nothing that'll dox me. Alright, cool. So, chat, you remember how last stream I went on a tangent about, that one, like, dark MAGA guy who, like, was going around the store, like, bragging to his wife and kids about how everyone was so triggered because he was wearing a Trump sweater and no one was actually triggered? Yeah. So, remember how... I don't even remember if I mentioned this, but one of the big things that made that so funny is, remember I told you he took a photo in front of a Christmas image that was AI generated? I don't remember if I mentioned that. Because that's basically what I'm about to show you. So, basically, that, Sam's Club has these giant banners, and the idea is that you're supposed to take a photo in front of them, right? And, I want to mention, by the way, I'm not flaming the company for this, because most people there don't have any control over this, it's kind of whatever, right? But this is something I heavily disagree with, and I've mentioned that I disagree with this. Basically, they have this giant backdrop, and you are encouraged to take photos while standing in front of this, right? Because, there's literally a poster to the right of this big border, and it says, take a photo, question mark, share on Instagram or Facebook, and tag us. This is the image. Yeah. Now, I don't know how well I can zoom in on it pretty good, okay. So, at first it doesn't look too bad, but, like, look at it, and you quickly start to realize, yeah, this is AI generated. Look at this weird-ass Nut Shack wow, I am Adult Swim brain rotted. Look at this weird-ass nutsack-shaped, Christmas decoration. Look at the gifts down here, the, fucking ribbons going off in weird-ass directions. You have this gift, which just, like, changes color on both sides. The snow is in, like, two separate art styles. Like, you look at it, this is AI generated. This is just AI generated. You can't dispute it. It just is. Like, look at how weird the shape of the Christmas ornaments are. Right? Like, they're all off in these weird shapes. Like, some of them aren't even shaped like circles. Like, I believe there's one, yeah, right here, that's like half of a Christmas ornament. Like, I can instantly tell if something is AI generated, but I can't explain it. Well, the best way to explain the way you tell is AI art makes mistakes that no human would make. But yeah, like, this is genuinely AI art, and you can just see this in the store. Like, it's just there. And, the worst, by the way, look over here where, like, it tries to use a tree ornament as a ribbon. Which, by the way, goes off into a Christmas decoration that, like, literally doesn't fit here. Like, I'm just imagining someone wrapped it in a triangle. AI art, yeah, it's not art. I know what you mean, but you know. But yeah, the thing is I was kind of I had like a really boring shift where like time was moving by really slowly and not a lot of people were there because the place was just like not busy that day. So I was literally just standing next to this thing for 6 hours. And when that happens to you, you know, the only thing I could really do was just stare at this and analyze this. And so at a certain point, I'm just kind of like, hang on. Why does this gift have 3 lines of ribbon going down it? You know what I mean? Like, it just started to mess with my head. And, like, it genuinely is, like, the longer you look at it, the more it fucks with you. You know what I mean? And, I mean, look at this gift over here. This one's really funny. This one just has the wrapping paper disappear into nothing. So, here's the thing, right? This is going to be a rather controversial statement, right? But I don't necessarily hate the idea of companies using AI-generated images and shit as long as they're transparent about it. Because, like, what changes here? It's soulless corporate advertising regardless if it's AI-generated or not, right? No matter what, it's going to be soulless and it's going to be weird. Like, if it's not AI-generated, it's still gonna have the vibe of, like, taking, the Grinch and turning it into an ad for Walmart. No matter what, it's gonna feel soulless. AI doesn't make it feel any more soulless, because all corporate ads are soulless, unless you're, like, the Doritos abortion ad. That's a real thing, by the way. Like, it's... The problem is AI takes work that should be done by real artists. Well, yes, I get what you mean. Corporate layoffs always happen, and they happen regardless of AI or not. That's just... That's a symptom of corporations being extremely greedy and evil, and at that point you just don't like capitalism, which is fair. My thing here is just, like, I would not, and I'm not defending AI art either, like, I don't want to make it sound like I'm like, yeah, this is fine, I hate it too, but I just don't, all I'm saying is I wouldn't get mad at it, right? But that being said, this makes me so mad, okay? And the reason it makes me so mad is because the entire point of this image is that people are supposed to take family photos in front of this thing. It is meant for, like, mothers to take pictures of their kids standing next to it. Right? And that feels gross to me. Because I can tell, because I'm not gonna say anything, right? And, I can tell watching people just walk by and take photos by this thing that the people don't know. And so I'm just picturing, like, a mother several years from now looking back at their family photos with their kids after they graduate school or something, right? And they, like, look at this photo, and as they're looking through their family photos, as they're like, oh man, remember when they were a kid, you know, whatever, like, nostalgia parent stuff they do, they're gonna look back at the photo they took in front of this, and that's when they're gonna have a, is this AI generated moment? And it's gonna fuck them up. I don't know, it really rubs me the wrong way. But yeah, that's the tangent I had. That was, like, a real thing that I saw at work, and it was just kind of like, wow. God damn it, Forever Fractal. Only real ones. I'm not gonna... No. I was about to say something really bad. Yeah, back to grinding whatever the fuck this is. Oh no, trust me, Wes, I like making fun of Charlie Kirk too. I mean, I think it's funny that, like, most people I've talked to, right? I want to say at least 70% of the people I know found out about Charlie Kirk because he died. And then, like, 20% of them found out about him because South Park made fun of him. Yes, I agree, Simon, but here's the thing. I'm disrespecting him. Like, that is the point. He doesn't deserve respect, because he's a right-wing grifter that spread Nazi propaganda. It's like making fun of Hitler for dying. Like, yes, I'm absolutely gonna do that. What the fuck is that hitbox? Alright, so go low there and then sweep up and go high. Got it. W scary, W speed. Let's go. The thing is, right, the reason why making fun of Charlie Kirk is so taboo is not because anyone cares about Charlie Kirk. I've learned about a concept recently, and that's the concept of performative pacifism, which is basically when you act like a pacifist, you act like you care about other people's lives, not because you care, but for political gain. And most of the people who are like, oh man, Sky, he passed away, and he had a wife and kids, and how sad, you know, those people are going to grow up without his father, even though, you know, Hitler had a family. But I'm pretty sure no one's going to say that about him, because that motherfucker deserved to die. But, like, most of the people who say that shit, right, I feel like... How do I put this? I feel like they only care because it was someone that either they agree with or they are afraid to admit they disagree with, right? Because everyone's always like, yeah, but he was fighting for free speech, even though he wasn't. He was going to college campuses and harassing people with great replacement conspiracy theory. You know what I mean? Like, no, bro is not respectable at all. But, like, how do I put this? I'm trying to think of a way to put this. Alright, here's a good example. One of the people that angered me the most during this whole discourse, right, was Moist Critical. I had to stop watching him, like, permanently. I like, unsubscribed and everything, because of his video about the Charlie Kirk thing. Mainly because his response was to say, people are making fun of his death. The fucking... I think that this is disgusting. You know, no one should make fun of, no one should make fun of the death of someone, and blah, 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 blah. Making fun of someone's death is bad, and some people are making fun of his death. That was the exact quote, right? And when you hear that, first of all, it's a very fence-sitter thing to say, because he never explains why it's bad, he never puts himself in a political opinion, he just says, making fun of death bad. But also, ask yourself this, who are these people that he's referring to? Who are the some people who fucking he has a problem with, right? Because he doesn't say who's making fun of his death, he just says some people. Almost like the people who are making fun of Charlie Kirk are the minorities that Charlie Kirk was affecting. Like gay people, right? And Moist Critical doesn't want to come out and say, I don't like that gay people are mad that Charlie Kirk is dead, or are making fun of his death, rather. Because then it makes him sound super fucking homophobic. So instead he does the fence-sitter thing of just saying, some people, because that makes it easier to get away with saying. It's a dog whistle. But, more importantly, because that's not why I was mad that he had that opinion at all, when literally, like, less than 2 years ago, he was going on a rant about... fucking, how he was happy that Luigi Mangione shot the healthcare CEO because healthcare is evil and it's a big scam and blah, 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 blah. And, like... I just think that that's hypocritical. I make fun of both Charlie Kirk and the shooter. Same. The shooter's cringe too. But my thing is, like, if you have the take that murdering Charlie Kirk is something that should be mourned, and that this guy was like a hero, and, you know, he shouldn't have been killed for expressing his free speech, and he wasn't a Nazi, and blah, 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 blah. If you have that opinion, then you also cannot be okay with the United Healthcare CEO being shot. Because he did significantly less harm than Charlie Kirk did, and that's saying a lot, because he's a healthcare CEO. And he regularly caused harm. I'm just saying, like, it is so weird. It is so fucking weird that, like, okay, let me put this into perspective, alright? Because this is the best thing I can really say about this. Literally, like, weeks before Charlie Kirk died, it was a trend for people to vague post on social media and say the phrase, someone needs to do it, and not elaborate. The joke being that people were vaguely stating that somebody should kill the president. Now, for legal reasons, I don't agree with these statements. I don't think anyone should do that. Alright? But that's what that meme was. The joke was that if someone said, someone needs to do it, we all know what they mean. Okay? And, it's weird that we can go from that to a few weeks later. I mean, fuck. When, the guy tried to shoot Trump and, like, had the bullet graze his ear and he survived, everyone would respond to that saying, man, if only he had good aim. And it bothers me that we go from that to, how dare you make fun of the death of Charlie Kirk? And mind you, most of the people making fun of his death are not pro-political violence. They do not want people to go out and just kill politicians and kill people they disagree with. They are not happy that someone killed Charlie Kirk. They are merely happy that he died. I don't know. That's like my big rant on that. But yeah, generally, honestly, at this point, political reasons, I continue to make fun of him. Yeah, exactly, Sam. Good night, Often Guy. Actually, I have one more thing to say before I let this die. There is one more thing I have to say. To anyone who's been watching my stream up until this point and is, like, kind of mad about my take, I want to point something out, alright? I want to point, like, one thing out because I feel like it's something that you have to hold on to at least understand my perspective, even if you disagree. Okay? Remember how gung-ho Donald Trump was to defend Charlie Kirk and be like, oh man, you know, we gotta, like, anyone who makes fun of him should be treated like a war criminal, I think was a thing he said, or he said something similar to that. And, like, he tried to turn, I think it was Memorial Day into Charlie Kirk Day or some shit like that. I don't even really remember. Well, with how gung-ho he was to, like, mourn Charlie Kirk and be super nice to it, you know, where the Grindr incident happened, where they went to a big, like, thing and Grindr went down, which was really funny, by the way. But, like, you remember how gung-ho he was to mourn the loss of Charlie Kirk, right? Well, all he has ever done since then is celebrate people's deaths. Some dude that I've never heard of died recently, and I wanna look at this. I'll look this up so I can remember the name. Yeah, some guy, I've never heard of him. His name is Rob Reiner. I don't know exactly who he is, but apparently he's like a really big movie director. I don't really know movie directors by name. But Rob Reiner died, and Trump's response was to call him, like, the worst things he could have possibly tweeted about an innocent movie director. Like, he has done nothing. And here's the thing. People criticize Charlie Kirk for being a bad guy, and it's very grounded in reality. Trump doesn't like Rob Reiner because he was kind of obsessed with criticizing him. So he is celebrating the death of an innocent man. Like, he probably sees him as an innocent man, just, like, very cringe, based off what he's said. Meanwhile, the person not even celebrating the death of, we're just happy because he was a bad guy, right? Fucking, we perceive him as a legitimately bad person. So I just... Yeah, he's hypocritical, exactly, but that's kind of my thing, is that's everyone who is pro Charlie Kirk. That is literally everyone. And can I also say, part of what makes this so infuriating to me is that Charlie Kirk doesn't even deserve the attention that he's getting for his death. Like this is a whole nother tangent, but, like, Charlie Kirk is being memorialized in his death as if he's one of the most important people in America. Right? Like, he's being talked about as if he was, like, up there with the big names, like Obama and Bill Clinton, and, like, he's, like, the guy. Like, I think he's honestly being put on, like, such a high pedestal that, like, we're never gonna forget his name now. All he ever did, this was his whole shtick, is he would go to college campuses and harass fucking college students who were not prepared to debate with a guy who's built his entire career around it. Like, all he did was basically scream at college students about how they were too woke. That was his whole career. And now he's probably going to be more known than, like, J.D. Vance. And that really bugs me. He does not deserve to be known at all. He deserves to be a guy who died, and Twitter talked about it for, like, 6 months, and then immediately forgot who he was. He deserves to be forgotten. And that's kind of what makes me as mad as I am. Ben Shapiro deserves more attention than Charlie Kirk. Because at least Ben Shapiro is really funny because of the clip where he called Home Depot woke and bought a single board of wood. I love that clip. Banger clip. Thank you, Ben Shapiro. Please stop existing. Anyway, it's crazy the shit Charlie Kirk said when he was alive, that he has any level of support. Yeah, exactly. God, that ship is so fucking infuriating. What do I think of the Charlie Kirk memes? Okay, so this is the last thing I'm gonna say about this, because I'm already sick of talking about this, and I just want to play fucking GD, alright? But, I do have one thing to say. A lot of them are very funny, but I do have one request for the chatters who are probably about as woke as me, about as based, about as red-pilled. Actually, that'd be blue-pilled, I think, because red-pilled is a right-wing thing. I don't even fucking know. All the people in chat who are, like, just as based as I am, I think, let me request something, alright? Please do not post and send people footage of Charlie Kirk being shot. I see people do it all the time. I see people post it just unsolicited on Twitter. I've seen people just receive the video in DMs. It's irrationally common for people to just link the uncensored video. And, like, I gotta say that it does not matter how bad of a person they are. This is not about respecting the person. It's about respecting who you're sending the footage to. People, no matter how bad the person being shot is, just kind of don't want to see people getting shot. And no matter what, you are, at the end of the day, sending someone gore. Okay? So, treat the video like what it is. Gore. Alright? And maybe don't send people unsolicited gore. That's just like a side thing, though. Like just, I wouldn't be doing that. But yeah, anyway. Enough about that. That was just a tangent. That whole thing was just like responding to someone in chat, if I remember correctly. So I don't know. I think that's the last I'm gonna like properly ever talk about that. So yeah, if you guys wanted all my takes, there you go. But yeah, let's finally continue playing the level. Can we go up here? I'm curious. I want to know if you can make it going up here. That's got to be possible, surely. The fuck? I'm struggling a lot with this robot, I find. Yeah, let's stop talking about it. Not even necessarily because I find it, like, triggering or anything. It's just, like, I don't want people to get too heated. Especially because, like I said earlier, a big opinion I have is that he should be forgotten. So let's just not talk about it. Let's, like, assist in leaving him forgotten. That's fixed hitboxes, isn't it? That's so fucking hard. I feel like I'm just gonna die to that ship over and over. And, of course, you gotta click immediately going in there. Alright, so if I stay high... Yeah, that works. And then click on the teleport. Got it. Or not the teleport, the UFO. Why'd I call it a teleport? God, it's so weird seeing someone say Luchiverse isn't list-worthy. But it's so wild. It's so wild seeing someone see that, because I remember when that was on the list. Luchiverse is, it's a joke extreme. I think it came from the same creator contest of Art of the Blade. Yes, I did clip into that. Eternal Silence. I'm trying to remember what that is. This level's difficulty is just a slow rise, isn't it? Yep. Alright, other than the weird-ass hitbox shit, I think I'm ready. What the fuck was that? Why does that keep, like, tricking me? Damn it. Dude, I can't believe the Zobros, like, comeback. It's so insane. Bro comes back, immediately does Bloodbath as his first extreme, and then immediately beats Black Blizzard. No, honestly, same. I would agree that he's underrated in the sense that, like, I think he's way better at the game than people give him credit for. And then you also consider that when Acropolis came out, it was top 1 if you don't count, like, hacked stuff. Yeah, he's way better at the game than people make it out to be. Yeah, that makes sense. I had a feeling I was gonna die there. That's okay. This level's pretty easy, it's just learny, so I don't really feel that bad about dying to the end. Favorite sea creature? Do they have to be real or can they be fictional? Because I know what it is if we're allowed to pick fictional stuff. Both? Alright, so I'll do fictional and unfictional. So, unfiction. Real is what I mean. Unfiction implies, like, it's fake based off reality. Whatever. Okay, so my all-time favorite is the Megalodon. Megalodons are cool. I like them. I guess calling them fictional is a bit weird because they were real at one point, but, like, yeah. Megalodons are really fucking cool. Favorite that's currently alive? I don't know. I'm just trying to think. For some reason, I forgot that narwhals were sea creatures, because I never see them depicted in the sea. I always see them depicted, like, above water. Man. This is tricky. Because there's so many different... For some reason, my brain, like, I can't get off of jellyfish, so... I don't think it's jellyfish, though, because I don't care about jellyfish. They're kind of just, like, mildly cool to me. I like whales. Whales are kind of neat. Actually, yeah, because whales are really fucking fascinating to me because they're like, supposedly way more intelligent than we give them credit for. Which is a really cool thing. Like, I find that really interesting. Imagine if we had the capability to make animals talk, bro. Imagine having a conversation with a whale. I keep somehow landing on that slope. Is sawfish? I'm not really sure. I haven't really seen sawfish before. Oh, fuck. Okay. It's kind of crazy now that I'm thinking about it, how unfamiliar I am with sea life. Like, I don't really know of a lot of... Like, I know of them, obviously, but I guess I just don't actively thinking about it, so it's hard for me to, like, name a large quantity of, sea creatures. I'm kind of, like, still thinking about that. I do like squids. Squids are cool. Just something about an animal just naturally producing ink. That's such an interesting thing. Like, no one really ever emphasizes just how weird that is, but, like, squids are the only animal that does something like that, as far as I know. Blue-ringed octopus? Not sure. I haven't seen them. See, I like snakes. Snakes are cool, right? So when I think of, like, sea creatures that I really like, one of the first things that comes to mind for me is an eel. Eels are really cool. I think eels are, like, really underappreciated. There are sea snakes? Yeah, but I feel like that'd be kind of weird to go with sea snakes. Not because it's, like, a bad choice, but because it's like when someone's like, oh, what's your favorite animal? I like dogs. And then you're like, what's your favorite water animal? Water dogs, you know? But yeah, like, oh, you know what? I also really like stingrays. Stingray, I mean, they're a fucking bastard if you actually have to deal with them, but such a fascinating creature. I really like stingrays, actually. Like, such a interesting animal. I just didn't click that orb because I was looking at chat. Wow. Favorite animal outside of sea creatures? Because someone asked that earlier. Again, fantasy first, because if that's allowed, that's my favorite. Dragons are my favorite. I fucking love dragons. But if fantasy creatures are not allowed, probably foxes. They're just so fucking adorable. Like, I remember I was going down the street from my house one day, and this is a rare sight because of where I live. This doesn't really happen that often. But basically, there's like a little drain pipe, like, leading rainwater into, like, a sewer. And, there's, like, a little, dip in the ground where it's, like, really low and you can't see unless you look into it, right? And so it's just, like, this big, like, little dip in the ground, and then there's a sewer pipe. And in front of that pipe one day, I saw a mom fox, like, laying with two baby foxes just sleeping there. And I took a photo, but I don't have it anymore. And it was the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen. And I was so scared of I was so scared of waking them up because I knew they would have, like, ripped my throat out. But God, was that adorable. I like raccoons. I wish they still existed. True. We should domesticate foxes? I don't agree. I honestly think domesticating animals is a very weird thing to me. I think if animals are already domesticated, it's kind of fine, but, like, I don't like when people try to have, like, pet wolves. Because it's like, I don't know, it feels weird. I would never try to domesticate a fox. Weird thing about me, and I know I'm not the only one, and also because I'm not the only one, I want to say other people who have said this say this with the air of they don't care about people at all. And I want to say, that is not what I'm saying. I care about both. That being said, I don't know if this is really weird or not, but, like, I care way more about animals than people. Like, I just have more empathy for animals. I don't like seeing them get mistreated. I will put in a shit ton of effort into, like, making sure they're okay, you know? And I think maybe part of why I care more about animals than people is because people are the most common thing that harm animals. But, like, I don't know. Yeah, true. But even then, like, I'm a very rare case where I can talk about animals without thinking like a furry. Like, I have this separation. A lot of people don't. So, like, right now I'm talking about foxes, and I am not thinking about, like, anthro fucking, like, you know, fursuit, human art stuff. Like, yeah, I'm not, I can make the separation. Especially considering if we're talking furries, then my favorite animal is, probably skunks. Which is funny, because I fucking hate skunks in the real world. Like, there is one animal I would be okay with just being mass killed and put to extinction. It's fucking skunks, bro. Fuck skunks. But, like, furry, skunks are really cute. I don't know why. Fursuiters do such a good job designing skunk fursuits, it's insane. Yeah, no, actually delete skunks. Like, I want to see a changelog for Actually, I don't think Earth Update's Twitter account exists anymore. I think the guy who ran that account, like, turned out to be, like, some weirdo, but... I want to see, like, a changelog for Earth, and it just says, deleted skunks. That's the day that I'm the most happy. Something I noticed is that every skunk furry has a big tail. That's the thing! They're, like... Skunks are so, skunk furries are so much fluffier than, like, any other species, and I have no fucking clue why. That's part of why I like it. It's... Oh my god, you're right. It's actually funny, too, because Pepe Le Pew is one of the very, few, like, furry skunks that I don't like, because I just hate, I hate the, like, the entire idea of the character. You know what I think it is, honestly? I think what it is, and like, really follow me on this, alright? The thing that I hate about, like, real skunks, like, the animal, is that what their whole thing is that they smell fucking horrible, right? Exactly, Rob. Let me use my special attack! And then your life is ruined. Fuck those things. Oftentimes, when people make, like, furries out of skunks, they are not able to do that. So they like, remove the one thing about skunks that makes me want to fucking murder them. Okay? And, that's probably why I like them, because they're basically just skunks that I don't hate. I'm also a big fan of, specifically, red pandas. I feel like they're getting a lot more attention now, but for the longest time, red pandas used to be a very underappreciated species. Unless, ironically, you were a furry, because a lot of furries are red pandas for some reason, but, like, the actual animal, no one ever fucking talked about them, and they're only just now getting the attention they deserve, because they're so fucking cute. Ah, what the fuck? Yeah, red pandas are fucking adorable. Honestly, how did we go from talking about Charlie Kirk to animals to furries? What is this pipeline? What do you think about the movie Turning Red? I think that they should have talked about 9/11. I'm sorry, I like Mr. Enter, and I make that joke because it's so funny. I think even Enter is aware that it's just, like, funny at this point. God. It's so funny, too, because Mr. Enter has completely gone back on that opinion. Like, he doesn't agree with it, and he's made a whole video where he talks about why it was a bad opinion. Like, he knows, like, it was outright misinformation because the movie takes place in Canada. And he can't live it down. And I do kind of feel empathetic and bad a little bit, because I know what it's like to make a video that you just completely disagree with and hate and think is shit. Me with my Karma L tier list, right? Like, I get it, but I think the only reason I'm still willing to make fun of it is because, like, even if you're not making fun of him for it, there's just something so funny about the delivery of the clip. Like, if that was, like, a satirical joke review, it'd have been one of the best videos on YouTube. Because there's just something funny about... This film takes place during the September 11th terrorist attacks. In the context of a Turning Red review. The term panda was made for red pandas, not actual pandas. Red pandas were first. Really? Huh. Are you talking about Mr. Enter's Turning Red review? Yeah. And you know what the worst part is? Honestly, chat, I'm gonna talk about that. You know what the worst part about that take is? The whole Mr. Enter Turning Red thing? Fundamentally, I get what he was trying to say. And, like, I feel like, unironically, if he just thought out what he was saying more, he could have made a legitimate argument, right? Because I don't, like, he doesn't need to mention 9/11 at all, right? But I do have one legitimate criticism of the movie that I feel like he was trying to get at and failed, and that's the mom in that movie is such a fucking weirdo. It's easily my biggest problem with the film, because for those of you who have seen Turning Red, there is a scene in that movie that really, really rubs me the wrong way, and when I say what I'm about to say, you'll understand why I say this criticism could have been good if it was thought out. There's a scene in Turning Red where, the fucking mother tries to... I don't remember if she was giving the kid something, or if she was, like, trying to tell her something or what. But I remember there's a scene in the movie where she's standing outside of the main character's, like, middle school classroom window with a blank brown box. Okay. And she just stands there, aggressively knocking on the window. And all I could think watching that scene is, man, if this movie was real, that school would have gone into a code red lockdown, and that girl would have been fucking tackled to the ground and immediately arrested. And that, like, on that level, I kinda get it. But, yeah, the 9/11 thing was very weird, and the delivery of that criticism is very weird. I do just think, like, honestly, the way I would explain it is that my biggest problem with Turning Red is more just that the mom is so fucking awful throughout the entire first half of the movie. She is a complete helicopter mom. She is awful. I hate her. Like, she is such an awful character. The scene where she, like, walks into the like, store with, like, all of the notes or whatever, like, legitimately uncomfortable. Yeah, awful, but, my big problem, really, is that in the second half of the film, she doesn't really evolve as a character that much. She doesn't stop being a helicopter mom. More so, she just, I guess, becomes correct. Like, oh, see, I was right this whole time. What do you mean? And the movie just kind of, like, never... It never improves her as a character, which is bad because she was such a fucking bitch at the beginning of the movie. Is there a character AI version of me? Probably, honestly. I wouldn't be shocked, because I've made so much content online. I will say, if people use AI to, like, make me say things I didn't say, the two things I'll say is, first of all, I don't condone that, and I do not give people permission to, like, use AI to fuck with my voice. And the second thing I'll say is it's literally impossible for me to stop people from doing that, so I won't complain that much. Dude, there's gotta be a new internet rule for that. If it exists, there's AI of it. What's going on? Somehow this stream has gone from us talking about Charlie Kirk to animals to furries to AI. Oh yeah, and Mr. Enter's Turning Red review. That was in there somewhere. Oh yeah, and Sam's Club. Oh yeah, so AI art came up twice, actually. What do I think of Zootopia 2? I have not seen it yet. Please do not spoil, because I will be watching that with a friend. I also have not seen The Bad Guys 2. That's also on my watch list. Here's the thing. If you really wanted to, like, get an AI to say something of me, right? You don't really have to get an AI to say something, because chances are, if you really needed me to say something for, like, a shitpost, you could just DM me on Discord and ask, and I'd say it. Just as long as, like, it's not really problematic. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay. That's one thing I'll say. If you want to make me say something... Hell, if you want to make me say something fucking horrible that I don't condone, my one request, because I know I can't stop you, my one request is that you use sentence mixing instead of AI. Because at least with sentence mixing, I'll probably also find it funny. I'm probably going to end stream after this level. I'm pretty sure we're still on the first completion, and we have to beat this twice. Alright, I'm gonna walk the fuck in. Oh god. Has the degloving meme from the Silicate Discord actually infected my chat? I still don't know what that means. It's scalping? I don't know what that means. I don't know if I want to Google it by the sound of it, though. Imagine if there was a Sora 2 video of you. Okay, so fun fact, chat, and I'm not going to show any of it because I don't really want to promote this kind of stuff, but I did make an account on Sora 2, specifically because I was curious if it could generate footage of GD levels, and, not convincingly, right? But it can do vaguely GD. Like, I prompted it for a video of someone sitting at their computer playing GD with the monitor and mouse visible. And I remember the first time it came out really scuffed, so I had to specify the G502. But, like, the game simultaneously looked like AI art of GD, so incomprehensible. But also, what surprised me is that it actually did replicate the in-game assets to a degree. Like, the portals looked exactly like GD portals and stuff, which implies that GD is in Sora 2's training. Why the fuck does that keep happening, dude? That's such a piss-poor transition. Do I have a favorite indie horror title? Are we talking games, or are we talking movies? Okay, so if we're talking games, extremely easy answer. It's Amori. Amori is probably one of the best games I have ever played, full stop. Like, it goes GD, Deltarune, Undertale, Amori. Hell, I might even put Amori above Undertale. Is it really horror, though? Black Space. Yes, it absolutely is. Well, I mean, the whole thing is... Alright. I'm gonna not spoil the game, so don't worry, chat. There will be no Amori spoilers here. I will choose my words carefully. But one aspect of horror that I've always been fascinated with is this innocent kid's game is secretly fucking terrifying. Okay? Just that sentence describes a whole genre of games, and they literally all suck, except for Amori. Amori is good. Okay? And, the problem I have is games like Doki Doki Literature Club, right? And, like, there are a lot of issues with Doki Doki specifically, but I'm describing the whole genre. But games like that, at their core, the biggest problem is that the non-horror parts of the game are filler that serve no purpose other than to build up to the horror. Like, nobody will ever say, my favorite part of Doki Doki Literature Club is the normal visual novel part. Right? No one likes the first hour of a Doki Doki Literature Club playthrough. It's tedious, it's boring, and you wish you could skip it. Right? But, Amori does something revolutionary, okay? It does something groundbreaking. It makes that part of the game fucking good. Alright? Not only good, but you could argue that the non-horror parts are more important than the horror parts. It's a full-fledged RPG, it's fucking fun, and it kind of balances out the horror in the same way Nintendo games horror is balanced out. Like, Super Mario Galaxy 2 with the Hell Valley Sky Trees, that kind of just randomly having horror pop up, right? And what I like is that it does that, and then with that already groundbreaking decision, then decides to make the move to have the horror kick in more and more and more, as if it's slowly turning up a volume dial, so that the farther you get into the game, the more fucking wrong everything feels. And that is so good. Now, my name's gonna reign true. The game didn't really scare me at all. I don't think any horror games really do. But the game did make me cry because of how good the story is. So I did get more emotion out of it than I do most other games. God, again, I'm not going to spoil it, but for those who know, that final boss, oh my god. That fucking final boss is such a gut punch. I know you use the Doki OST in some of your map pack vids. Well, that's the thing. Doki Doki Literature Club makes me sad because it has such a good idea and such solid moments, but its execution is so poor because its non-horror parts are fucking boring, and a lot of the horror boils down to self-harm, be scared. Nothing is Scary, what is your least favorite game? Well, if it's not Doki Doki Literature Club, because I've already made that pretty clear, let me think. Okay, extremely boring answer, but I gotta go Sonic 06. Because I'm one of the people who have played it. So, I have, like, the veteran status to be able to go with that. Now, if you're asking least favorite game that people like, probably Terraria. And look, I respect the hell out of Terraria. I think Calamity Mod is some of the best music and best boss designs I've seen in a game. And I think base Terraria has one of the best art styles I've seen in a game. I actually have one of the most simple and ordinary complaints you could imagine, but it's just enough to ruin the game for me. It's the controls. I can't get past them. It's very simple. I think that actually makes me hate it more, too, because I know it's a good game and that I could like it, but I have this, like, very simple problem that ruins the whole game for me. Terraria seems boring to me. I think Terraria is a deceptively interesting game. It's up there in that regard with, fucking... what is it called? Stardew Valley and what's the other game? I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's, Harvest Moon. Yeah, it's like Harvest Moon or Stardew Valley. I spent my first 10 minutes in Terraria trying to figure out how to build wooden walls. I spent my first 10 minutes in Terraria trying to figure out how you actually place objects. That's how crippled the controls make me feel. Cookie Clicker is another one I dislike. I saw that mentioned in chat. I will say it's one of the better ones, and I don't dislike it as much as I do some other games. But my problem with Cookie Clicker is it's not engaging to me because Good clickers, in my opinion, are, like, they require your attention. You need to be clicking and engaged and constantly upgrading shit, you know what I mean? The whole appeal is that you can basically constantly upgrade things and make the number go up faster and faster, right? But with Cookie Clicker, you progress more when you're not playing. Like, most of my time with Cookie Clicker is playing GD for several days and then booting up the game for like 5 seconds. Oh, cool, I got some sugar lumps, spending them, and then immediately closing the game. Why? Why does that keep happening? I gotta say, too, while we're on the topic of games everyone likes that I dislike, modern Minecraft. I have not enjoyed Minecraft in years. Except I have, but I've only enjoyed it by playing mod packs. Like, right now I'm playing through all the mods 6, and I've been really enjoying that. That's been a blast. But, like, when I say I don't like modern Minecraft, I just mean vanilla as of, like, Caves and Cliffs onward. Caves and Cliffs is one of the worst updates a game has received, in my opinion. And it is made more infuriating by the fact that everyone disagrees with me and likes it. There we go. I thought you were one of those 1.8 warriors or whatever. I mean, I like 1.8 more than any other update. Mainly just because my favorite mod packs are for a version 1.8. But no, I liked 1.16 a lot. But no, my big problem with modern Minecraft actually just boils down to the way the caves generate. And let me be clear, I love the large, like, variety in the caves. I love the cave biomes. I love a lot about the new caves. My problem with them boils down to the fact that large caves are too common. So I'll like, go to Staircase Mine with the intent of getting down to, like, a low coordinate in strip mining, right? And I'll end up digging down into the fucking biggest cave. It's not even a cave, it's just, like, I dig into the hollow earth, alright? And, like, it's so bad that I go through, like, an entire inventory's worth of stacks of torches to light up a small chunk of the cave, and the entire time I'm being bombarded by skeletons, and it just makes me want to fucking stop playing. Like, modern Minecraft caves are the worst. I wouldn't mind those caves if they were extremely rare, but they are more common than old school, like, 1.8 caves, and I hate that. Also, I play Java, I don't play Bedrock. I hate Bedrock because Bedrock you just spontaneously combust. Have I ever met a parasocial person before? Several. And honestly, I do something that most people don't do for good reason. This is dangerous, but it's worked for me. I just become friends with them. And I just let it kind of happen, because what I find is that if you're just chill with them, as long as they're not, like, creepy to the point where they get possessive and they're like, aw, man, you know, you haven't messaged me in a long time or whatever. Like, when it gets stalkerish, that's you know, too much. But as long as it doesn't get to that point, I find that usually if you just talk to them, one of two things happen. Either you end up enjoying talking to them and you become friends, and then it just becomes normal and not parasocial, or they get sick of it naturally and they eventually just stop talking to you. Well, that was really fast compared to the first completion. Four attempts. I want to view, on the original copy, I want to view my stat spread. Yep, about what I expected. Very first half. Which is weird, because the hardest part is the second half, but you never get there, so whatever. Alright, so next stream, which I can't guarantee it'll be tomorrow, but next stream we gotta do the Water Gauntlet Medium Demons, and I will tell you that, specifically Trek and Soar, I really fucking hate. Like, they are fucking vile, so they're gonna probably, like, there's a chance that Trek alone takes me a full stream. So, yeah. Let me see what else we have in terms of demons. So we have the Haunted Gauntlet, which is gonna be alright. I don't see that being too bad. Power, not gonna stream that one. Halloween, not gonna stream that one. Treasure, not gonna stream that one. A lot of these I don't have to stream. Gem, I'm gonna probably do this after I'm done rebeating the Gauntlets, because that's new. Inferno, yeah, I'll stream this one. In Silico, rebeat's gonna suck. Not gonna stream Portal. Not gonna stream Strange. I'm just kind of figuring this out. Yeah, so a lot of these I really don't have to stream. Like, I don't have to stream Fantasy. I don't have to stream Christmas. Or Mystery. Cursed I'm excited to do, because I get to rebeat I Spy with My Little Eye, which is a good thing, because when I originally beat I Spy with My Little Eye, I was surprised by and was complaining about lag. That lag was because I was on a bad Linux distro, so rebeating it, it's going to be really cool. Also, Death Moon is in there, and I really need to get Death Moon out of the way. Cyborg, not doing that on stream. Castle. Castlemania keeps getting updates. Anyway. World. Yeah, okay, so we have to do World. You have to do all the World Gauntlet stuff on stream. Same with... Actually, I don't think we need to do the first Discord Gauntlet one on stream, but I probably will anyway. Because I think all of the initial 2.2 Gauntlets we'll do on stream. NCS we're doing on stream, and Space we're... Do I want to do the Space Gauntlets on stream? I don't think I need to, because these don't have demons, and they run like ass, so I probably won't do those on stream, but we are absolutely doing the NCS Gauntlets on stream. Alright, yeah, I think I'm gonna end stream. I will go ahead and check the shops and stuff really quick. Ooh! Alright, chat, I'm leaving this one up to you. Do we open 2 5-key chests or 1 10-key chest? Five, I see 1 10, 2 10s. I'm gonna open 2 5-keys. 10-key chests are a scam. I mean, yeah, all, 5 and 10 both are. Yeah, let's open these. Let's see what we get. Diamonds? Yeah, I need diamonds. Those are, like, the thing that I want. 12,000. Okay, I won't complain about that, but yeah, I mainly need diamonds. This fucking shop is the worst when you are, starting from scratch. Also, we're almost done with Path of Shadow. I can't believe that I got through buying the paths as quick as I did. Honestly, the thing is, too, with the diamonds, is, as we go through the gauntlets, we're going to just end up beating more lists naturally, because... Actually, I don't know if you know about this, chat. This is a lot more unknown of a GD colon website. Let me pull this up and show this to you, because you might not know about this. So this is a website made by GD colon called the Important Levels List. Or the Most Useful GD List, whatever. And basically, this is comprised of levels organized from most frequently appearing in lists to least frequently. So if you want a shit ton of diamonds and you want to beat a shit ton of lists, it's best to just go through and beat everything in here as much as you can. And the thing is, note how many of these levels are in gauntlets that we haven't done yet. Death Moon, Between Worlds, Tabasco, Change of Scene, Slam, I think we've done Slam, but whatever. Retray, that's not... wow, I'm reading things by default. Anyway, Glorious Fortress, Afterlife, Aquarius, you know what I mean? In Silico, I Spiraled My Light, Castlemania, Calypso Blitz, and it just keeps going. There's a bunch. Force Gauntlet, Motion, we did that one. But yeah, there's a bunch, and, like, I'm pretty sure... if I go into here and I sort by list... Yeah. So this is a rated list. And you'll notice that this is all levels from the map packs and the gauntlets. Or at least it mostly is. I don't know if it all is. Actually, maybe it's not. Well, whatever. Looking at this, this is a list that's basically going to beat itself for me. That's my point. But I remember there being... Maybe I just don't know what it's titled. Basically, there is a gauntlet that is just... Or not a gauntlet. There's a list that is just gauntlet contest entries. I don't remember what exactly it's called. Space Gauntlet top... that's probably it, yeah. Yeah, so Space Gauntlet Contest by Viperin. And then... NCS Gauntlet Contest by Viperin. So yeah, The amount of diamonds these give, they both give 99 each, and then you also gotta consider that I'm gonna be getting diamonds from the gauntlets. Like, a lot of stuff like that, and that's just one thing. Like, you know, fucking... The amount of things you complete by beating these is nuts. Am I gonna stream the random gauntlets when they come out? Potentially. I might not, though. I'm gonna say up front, I might, depending on what it's like, but there's a larger chance that I don't. And the reason for that, right, is, typically, because I fucking hate gauntlets, like, not the levels in them, I just hate the gauntlets as a format, typically I'm a lot more negative on gauntlet levels when I first play them than after. So, like, you know, with the gauntlets, right? I fucking hated every single one of the space gauntlet levels. I fucking hated every single NCS gauntlet level. I think I even hated going through the fucking Force gauntlet, which is one of the best gauntlets. And it's literally just because they're gauntlets. Like, I'll go back to the levels later and I'll think they're fun. So, yeah, I might not, just because I might not want to broadcast my initial reaction, because it's usually a lot more negative than I actually feel like the levels are. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. It depends. I'm pretty sure there aren't supposed to be any demons in it either. So, I don't know. When is Jet James making an appearance? I don't know, but that was such a funny moment. I can't believe I spent 20 minutes trying to remember the name of a guy that I really didn't need to bring up. Although, again, shouting them out because they're cool. Follow them on Twitter. But yeah, I don't know. I'm iffy on it. I probably won't stream it, though. I gotta be honest. Alright. I'm gonna end stream. This has been really fun. I think this is one of the more interesting streams I've had, so yeah. Good night, everyone. Wait, did my game freeze? I gotta make sure it's actually saving before I end stream. Okay, there we go. Alright, cool. Anyway, good night, everyone.